If you are cruising to Cozumel and thinking about the new Kuza Adventure Park, stop scrolling. I'm going to tell you exactly what it's like, what it costs, and whether or not it is actually worth your money. I'm going to tell you my opinion today, how much we paid if we booked through the ship, how much we paid if we booked on our own, and what it's like. There were 7 ships in. Was it hectic? Was it busy? We'll cover it all. So if you're heading to Cozumel, you can't really go wrong with a beach club. That's what Cozumel is known for. Kuza Adventure Park does not disappoint. The sand is soft, easy to walk on, and not that deep, exhausting sand that sometimes they have in Cozumel that makes you feel like you're climbing a mountain just to get to your chair. They're building a water park currently, which will be an additional fee once it's finished, but it's going to be included in some of the fares, so keep that in mind if you're planning for the future. We booked Kuza through Princess as a shore excursion. It was around $80 a person at the time we booked. This included transportation to and from the park, which made it super easy. If you book independently, you'll have to grab a taxi at the pier, which will be an additional fee. As we arrived at Kuza, we rode a tram for a short trip down to the beach area. It was quick and fun, and it made it feel like we were going somewhere special. Along the tramway, there is mangroves, and you can see their new water park. When we got to the beach, they offered to upgrade us to the all-inclusive package for about $30 a person. They told us if we were getting at least one drink and we're probably going to grab something to eat, it would make more sense to upgrade to the all-inclusive. We decided not to this time, but in the future, we might. If you're booking independently, right now on their website, Kuza has their basic pass, which is what we got for about $54. Ours included transportation when booked through the ship. The deluxe package is around $85, and there is a standard open bar and a buffet lunch. And there's the VIP pass that gives you a more private area and more of a premium experience, and waiters that come check on you. So let's talk about the water. That's why you want to come to Cozumel. That's why you want to get in the water. The water was crystal clear and easy to walk into. There wasn't a sudden drop off, which I really appreciated. It was gradual and comfortable and not hard to get into or out of the sand, because sometimes it is. Sometimes at certain beaches, certain parks, the sand makes it a little treacherous. We spent hours in the water. That was basically all we did that day. We went mid-January, so it was kind of cool. So once we got out of the water, we didn't want to get back in. Sand was so pristine. There was no trash. There was no anything on the sand. Obviously, it's a new beach park. It was beautiful. Now, we brought our own snorkel gear, but honestly, there weren't many fish and no reef structures close by. I would not say that it was worth it if you are thinking about packing snorkel gear for this stop alone. I would just leave it at home if you're just doing a quick trip to Cozumel and you want to go to Kuza. The facilities were very nice. There were plenty of bathrooms, changing areas, showers, even some foot wash stations just to clean you off before you got back on the tram. There was a lot of photo ops. If you don't purchase the deluxe package, you can still have food made to order and you can still order drinks. It is just a la carte, so you have to see if that is worth it for you. It was definitely a busy port day. I think there were about 7 ships in port. The cruise sponsored excursions were staggered. They had multiple cruise ships coming to the beach club, so they did stagger them. We were the last to arrive, so when we got there, it was the busiest it was going to be all day. And then when we left, we were the only people there. Now, if you do book independently, I would suggest you get there as early as possible. That way you have the longest day possible. And if you book independently, obviously you need to head back to the ship at a little bit earlier time because they do not wait on you if you book independently. But if you book through the ship, they make sure you get back in plenty of time. There are additional activities that you can pay to do. So you can rent snorkel gear, you can do jet skis, you can go out on a boat to snorkel. There are a lot of things you can do that are an additional fee. So if you want to be more adventurous, you absolutely can. Overall, I think Kuza is a very strong option in the beach club game that is Cozumel. It did not feel like a party atmosphere. It was very calm and organized. The people were very nice. Overall, I think Kuza is a very good option if you're looking for a beach club in Cozumel. Now, every beach club offers different things and has a different vibe. This one did seem kid-friendly. There was a kid area. There was climbing equipment for them. So it's good for a beach day where you're just planning on being in the water and wanted some crystal clear water and some fun options that you can add on, or different package options for the people in your party. If you're looking for something that is super heavy for snorkeling, that you're gonna see all the fish, this is not for that. This did seem kind of hidden, so if you want something kind of secluded, this might be the way to go for you. If you want an easy, beautiful beach day without stress, it's a good choice to me.